And welcome to the show, the one, the only Jason Derulo. How are you doing, sir?
Amazing, amazing, man. How about yourself?
Good. Well, here we are. We're 2 months away. Our sold-out DC Jingle Ball presented by Capital One. It's been a minute since we've seen you on the Jingle Ball stage, which is very exciting. I got to ask, though, first of all, dude, I was blown today. I mean, you obviously know this. Whatcha Say turned 15 in August?
Oh, wow. No, I didn't actually know that. Damn,
2009, dude.
damn. I was six.
Wait. I feel like that too. I feel like that.
Yeah.
That kind of hurt my soul. But that's got to be. I mean, 15 years of you kind of living the dream and making hits, man. I mean, how do you even put that into words?
Oh, that's. I mean, it's incredible. I honestly thought it was. I was stuck at that 14 number, and so it's actually hit 15. Wow, that is unbelievable, man. Really, really. Yeah, big shout out to the fans, man. Honestly, it's been a hell of a ride. I've literally had the time of my life making these songs, man, and going out there and performing them. So looking forward to Jingle Ball, man, so we can celebrate together.
Hell yeah! What's the cooler feeling as an artist? Is it when you do a song like "Whatcha Say" for the first time and people recognize it? That's a great feeling, obviously. But now here we are, 15 years later, when it starts playing and the fans are still as excited. What's the cooler reaction as the artist? The first time a song gets the pop, or like years later, it made a difference and still made an impact?
They definitely didn't go crazy the first time they heard it. You know, it takes people a little time to warm up. You know
Sure.
what I'm saying? I remember, my first performance was at Wango Tango in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Um, it was me performing What You Say, Riding Solo, and In My Head. And that was I had all of those songs written and ready to go. But it was my first performance, and I really had an amazing time. But people didn't know those songs, right? They had no idea. Um, but like, if I'm understanding what you're saying, it's like, uh, does does the feeling feel better when it was fresh, or does it feel better now?
Yeah.
Right? That's what
Yeah.
you're asking.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It really never gets old, man. It feels exactly like the first time, every single time. And even now, like putting out a song 15 years later, I put out Make Me Happy, and seeing people doing the all these dances and creating videos, and these kinds of things, they never get old. Being a small part of someone's life, it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, I mean, you bring up being a part of somebody's life because it is true. Your music has been played proms, high school dances, weddings. I mean, people have grown up listening to Jason Derulo. But I wonder, is it weird now with the world we're in with TikTok and everything? There could be somebody today who doesn't necessarily know all this stuff in the past, and they're just discovering like the very first album. Is that weird as an artist now, where it's like, oh, I wouldn't even think they didn't realize I've been doing this for a minute?
Yes, it's crazy to think that. I feel like there's been different generations to be introduced to my music. I feel like like during the pandemic, I mean, if you think about it, I mean, was that like 4 years ago
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
right? So, 4 years ago, if you were 12 years old 4 years ago, you're now 16, and I don't know that a 12-year-old would necessarily know who Jason Derulo was. But yeah, it's interesting, man. If you're able to do it for this long, I just feel like it's a blessing, right? And I've worked my butt off for a lot of years to um to be able to put out these songs. I have the same kind of grit, same kind of hunger, same kind of work ethic that I had in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And I make more songs than probably somebody that is hungry and that wants it really bad. I still make more songs than everyone, I feel like.
Well, that's what I was going to ask, because you've had a long, like, very successful career. The hunger's obviously still there. Is it fun for you? Is writing more of like a therapeutic thing? Do you ever think one day you could fully stop doing music, or will always somewhat be there?
Will always somewhat be there for me personally, because it's my favorite thing to do, to create songs. Like
Yeah.
literally, it's my favorite to like I'll even just like go in there and it's literally like my therapy. It's my recreation. It's, all of the above.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing to do, to stop everything that I'm doing and be like, yo, I'm going down to the studio. And I literally have the time of my life when I'm doing it. So I can't see myself like ever really, um, stopping making music. Maybe one day I may stop releasing music. I don't know, but definitely won't stop making music.
What's the weirdest licensing request you've heard of when it comes to your music, where it's like some weird commercial, or we're like, no, we're not doing that?
You know what? I never really, it never really made it to me. Nothing really weird. I mean, it's always dope though to see, your songs in movies and TV shows. You got like what I think is really cool when it's on those shows, like, Dancing with the Stars,
Yeah.
or, it's like American Idol, The Voice.
Yeah.
It's cool to see somebody else's rendition.
Sure. Speaking of movies, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask. Obviously, you're involved in Cats. Was that? I thought that thing was way just blown out of proportion. Were you surprised with the reaction when the first trailer came out? Because I thought it was what everybody would expect. It's a Cats movie. It's one of the most famous plays.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I think it got blown out of proportion. I would say that. But yeah, man, and everything. You take swings, man, and sometimes things are, uh, bigger than you thought, and sometimes things don't work quite as you thought they would. So you
Yeah.
just take it with a grain of salt, and it's part of the journey.
We're excited to see you on stage. Our DC Jingle Ball presented by Capital One. One last final question. Do you have any idea how many calories you burn on stage? Like for a full hour show?
I do, because sometimes I wear I don't want to say it because they're gonna owe me some money, but those.
Fair.
Yeah, man, and I burn about 1,000 calories for a show.
Damn.
About 1,000 to 1,200.
Listen, Jason Derulo, always a pleasure, my friend. We'll see you in December. Safe travels and tell them, buddy.
My boy. Hey, let me know if you want to come on stage and burn 1,000 calories too, man. It's been budget cuts, so new dancers.
Listen, I'll do it just for Santa. You know what I mean? Absolutely. See you, Jason, man. Thank you.
All right, brother. Thanks so much, John.
See you, dude.